Well, at least I got to massage him
Nah.
before he left. So, yeah, you know, it was a shot. But Washington was one of my highest gatherings after that because I went right and took a sweat, and I did a lot of peyote. And then I had this crazy pair of red pajamas, Chinese red, like drawstring pajama kind of things. And I had sewn a rhinestone turquoise looking blue rhinestone eagle that you'd find like on a Mexican velvet blanket somewhere or something, but it worked. You know what I mean? It was It was so gaudy that it worked. And someone has a picture of me, I think it's Gray Eagle, of me doing the prayers. And I'm in a thing like I was in a high hurdle, like my hands up in the air like that, and I'm saying, all above here is, and I'm up off the ground, and he says, you can see by the shadow that I'm up, I must be 2-3 feet off the ground, you know, underneath me. But I was trying to be heard in a circle that was, whew, and that circle was big in Washington. And none of them in the West had seen me since before I went to prison. So it was like the first time they'd heard I'd gotten out and then I'd disappeared and gone back east. And then heard I'd been at the Democratic Convention and nobody knew what happened to me. So this is the first. And I was doing the prayers then, part of them out loud at gatherings at the main circle, which is, you know, elevation in shamanism, if it's nothing else. You know what I mean? That family would permit you to share part of your sadhana with the whole family, or invoke part of it on everybody, and
yeah,
you know what I mean, permit you to do it. So in that sense I knew I was, you know, whether Garrick or anybody knew whether I dug his shit slit or anything else, it didn't matter. I knew I was,
yeah,
this was my family as much as it was theirs, and I was going to do my share. So.
And so everybody let you
And I think Washington or Idaho, maybe it was Idaho, was the next year, Council, Idaho. And arriving there, some guy, I forget who he was, but there was a guy, a couple of them, and they had been stealing backpacks several times by the station wagon full at different gatherings, and they got nailed at this one. And I remember, and something else was involved. I think maybe something with a knife or something. Anyway, I was on a Shawneesina patrol that Garrett grabbed me for the take and marched the guy to the gate for the police to take, because he had, there wasn't really any other choice. The family had to do it.
So they did.
I forget the details, but I was in on it right up to the moment.
Well, that
turned and he threatened Garrick, and the cop let me get in this guy's face. The cop could have decked me, he could have pulled his gun on me, he could have told me don't move,
yeah.
But he let me get in this guy's face and tell him if that guy ever had Garrick, talking about Garrick.
Yeah.
He said, I was in San Quentin before I was 21 years old, and I was at Soledad before there were any brothers, and I'll tell you this, son of a bitch, if there's a hair on his head harm, I'll be looking for you.
Yeah.
And the cop let me do it, and the cop let me tap him on the chest, and then he told me to step back, and I did. And Garrick was right there. He thanked me for it. He told me it wasn't necessary. I said, you've never been in jail, man. That's as necessary, because I got a record inside there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I know guys in the family, and I know guys in the Aryan Brotherhood, because I did my own number. I did my own time. Every time I've been anywhere, it's I did that, and don't mess with me. You know, that's what I came here to do, and I'll do it. And the cops know it. They can't turn me, and so just leave me alone. I'll do my time. It's going to be difficult enough dealing with the administration and everything else, so just leave me alone.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm reliable. You know, out on a visit or something, I'll pass a note or do whatever. You know what I mean? I'm reliable. The administration's wrong, and I shouldn't be here either. So
Yeah.
they know that, and I got a reputation for that. And that follows you just like your criminal record follows you with your police. You know, there's a grapevine, a rap sheet. Anyway, that was Idaho Council, Idaho.
Now, what's the? Do you sit at all the councils of these things?
Over the years, yeah, I've been in a lot of division council and Heartsong, and especially, you know, the council going to the next site. And I've been at Thanksgiving. I was at Thanksgiving dinner in California, in what's the name of that town? They're the nuclear free. Up in,
and has it changed over the years?
That's what changed.
Well, of the 3 or 4 you've told me about now, did the councils change in that time? What they looked at, who they, you know, what kind of difficulties they had, or didn't have?
Well, I think
did they or did they not reach consensus? That kind of stuff.
A lot more people are hip to the process, but even in saying that, and the process has evolved some too. In saying that, you can get almost as much done with a bunch of Cub Scouts.
Well, certainly.
And that we continue to permit people to use the feather and the idea of circling and instead of counseling, and don't get it sorted out, and we continue to let that disrupt us. It's like we play along with the same energy, and that's why I don't.
Yeah. This
year I went to council, and I was there when the consensus went down, and that's all that. I didn't need any. And four ring rainbows and shit like that, and I didn't need any more. I mean, I've been around this family. That's enough for me. You know, so in that sense.
Yeah, but the question really is: did it feel that way? In fact, every time. Did it? Was it forever? Did you always feel?
When it went to Texas, the battle for Texas. And then the idea of going to picking 2 at the same time, and no, it's a good question because I just don't. And the spirit moved. The feeling is that finally there's a consensus, and now the spirit moves in that direction, and the family permits provides themselves so that the vision can occur. And in that sense, I suppose I guess what has improved is that the shock troops of the family are prepared for any eventuality, including the one that the council doesn't come up with a solution. And as quick as the council comes back with an answer, they either go into the plan or they let the regional take it. And it's that fast. And if the regional takes it, at some point, family has to get involved because it's gotten so big or it's so fucked up. So it's like, okay, you want to try it? Try it. I did not hear anybody from South Dakota say they wanted it.
Yeah.
In fact, they said they didn't. People that don't live in the region that that they're arguing for,
you have nothing to say about it.
At least don't have the right to block the council. See.
Well, but that's this year's politics. I want to know.
Well, no, that's reasonable. I mean, it's more than politics. That's the dynamics of the process.
Yeah.
If in fact, I mean, it's just logic. If point A is here, right, and the point B is that they say the people from that area say no. And then point C is that you're from some other area, and you're saying yes. You're that far back from.
Yeah.
You're out of step as far as we're concerned. I mean, it doesn't wash, Jack. Get another.